Knowing first aid and CPR can be the difference between life and death. In an emergency, every second counts. Having these skills allows you to provide immediate assistance while waiting for medical professionals to arrive. This quick action can significantly improve the chances of survival and minimize the severity of injuries. First aid focuses on providing initial care for injuries and sudden illnesses. This can include anything from treating a minor cut to stabilizing a fracture before help arrives. CPR, on the other hand, is a life-saving technique used when someone's heart stops beating. It involves chest compressions and rescue breaths to circulate oxygen to the brain and vital organs. By understanding basic first aid and CPR, you become an invaluable asset in your community. You can provide assistance at home, in the workplace, or out in public. Being prepared for emergencies can give you peace of mind, knowing you have the skills to make a difference. Learning these skills is an investment in the well-being of yourself and those around you. It empowers you to act confidently in times of crisis and potentially save lives. Emergencies can happen anywhere, anytime. Being prepared for common emergencies is crucial. Some of these situations include choking incidents, allergic reactions, heart attacks, and severe bleeding. Choking occurs when an object obstructs the airway, hindering breathing. Recognizing the signs of choking, such as difficulty breathing or clutching the throat, is vital for a prompt response. Allergic reactions can range from mild skin rashes to life-threatening anaphylaxis. Knowing how to administer an EpiPen and provide basic care can be life-saving. Heart attacks require immediate medical attention. Recognizing the symptoms, such as chest pain, shortness of breath, and nausea, is crucial. Severe bleeding, whether from an injury or internal causes, demands prompt action to control blood loss. Understanding how to respond to these common emergencies can equip you with the knowledge to provide essential care before professional help arrives. CPR stands for cardiopulmonary resuscitation. It is a life-saving technique that helps maintain blood flow and oxygen levels in a person whose heart has stopped beating. This condition is known as cardiac arrest. CPR involves chest compressions, which manually pump the heart, and rescue breaths, which provide oxygen to the lungs. By performing CPR, you can keep vital organs, especially the brain, alive until medical professionals can intervene. Time is of the essence during cardiac arrest. Every minute without CPR decreases the chances of survival significantly. Knowing CPR empowers you to act immediately in such emergencies, potentially making a life or death difference. Learning CPR is not just for healthcare professionals. Anyone can and should learn this essential skill, as you never know when you might need to use it to save a life. Performing CPR effectively requires following a specific set of steps. First, ensure the scene is safe for both you and the victim. Check for responsiveness by tapping the person and shouting, "Are you okay?" If there is no response, call emergency services immediately. Then, place the person on their back on a firm surface. Locate the center of their chest, between the nipples. Place the heel of one hand on the center of the chest and interlock your fingers with the other hand. Keep your elbows straight and position your shoulders directly over your hands. Begin chest compressions by pushing down hard and fast. Compress the chest at least 2 inches deep for adults. Perform compressions at a rate of 100 to 120 compressions per minute. After every 30 compressions, give 2 rescue breaths. Tilt the person's head back gently and lift their chin to open the airway. Pinch their nose closed and seal your mouth over theirs, giving 2 breaths, each lasting about 1 second. Continue cycles of 30 compressions and 2 breaths until help arrives or the person shows signs of life. Remember, even if you haven't received formal training, providing chest compressions alone is better than doing nothing. First aid encompasses a range of techniques to address various injuries. For minor cuts and scrapes, cleaning the wound with soap and water is essential. Apply an antibiotic ointment and cover with a sterile bandage to prevent infection. For sprains and strains, the RICE method is recommended: rest, ice, compression, and elevation. Immobilize the injured area. Apply ice packs for 20 minutes at a time, use compression bandages to reduce swelling, and keep the injured limb elevated. In the case of burns, immediately cool the affected area with cool running water for 10 to 20 minutes. Do not apply ice directly to the burn. Cover the burn with a sterile, non-stick dressing. For nosebleeds, pinch the soft part of the nose and lean forward slightly. Applying a cold compress to the bridge of the nose can also help stop the bleeding. If bleeding persists for more than 20 minutes, seek medical attention. Remember, these are just basic first aid procedures. It's crucial to seek professional medical help when necessary. First aid training is not just a valuable life skill, but also a crucial aspect of workplace safety and community preparedness. Institutions, including schools, offices, and public spaces, should prioritize providing first aid and CPR training to their members. In workplaces, accidents and medical emergencies can occur unexpectedly. Trained individuals can provide immediate assistance, potentially minimizing the severity of injuries and ensuring a safer work environment. This proactive approach not only saves lives, but also reduces the likelihood of lawsuits and worker compensation claims. Schools, with large concentrations of children, can benefit greatly from having staff trained in first aid and CPR. From minor injuries on the playground to more serious emergencies, trained personnel can provide immediate care until professional help arrives. Public spaces, such as shopping malls, community centers, and recreational facilities, should also have designated individuals trained in first aid and CPR. These trained responders can act quickly in case of emergencies, providing assistance to those in need until paramedics arrive. Arise. Wellness is dedicated to empowering individuals and communities with the knowledge and skills to respond effectively to emergencies. We offer comprehensive first aid and CPR training programs designed to equip participants with the confidence to handle a range of medical situations. Our certified instructors are highly experienced medical professionals passionate about sharing their expertise. We use a combination of interactive lectures, hands-on practice, and real-world scenarios to ensure participants gain a thorough understanding of first aid and CPR techniques. At Arise Wellness, we believe that everyone should have access to quality first aid and CPR training. We offer flexible training options to accommodate busy schedules, including weekend and evening classes, as well as on-site training for businesses and organizations. We are committed to creating a safer and healthier community by providing individuals with the skills and knowledge to respond confidently in emergencies. Don't wait for an emergency to happen before learning these vital skills. Contact Arise Wellness today to enroll in our comprehensive first aid and CPR training programs. Our courses are designed to meet the needs of individuals, families, and organizations. We offer certification courses that meet international standards, ensuring you receive the highest quality training available. By investing in Arise Wellness training, you gain more than just knowledge. You gain the confidence to act decisively in emergencies. Contact us today at 9716171617 or 9810136004 to learn more about our training programs and schedule your session. Our team is dedicated to providing you with the best possible training experience. In a world where emergencies can happen at any moment, being equipped with first aid and CPR skills is no longer a choice, but a necessity. These skills empower you to make a real difference in the lives of others, potentially saving lives and minimizing the impact of injuries. Remember, knowing what to do during an emergency can mean the difference between life and death. Don't wait for a crisis to strike before taking action. Enroll in an Arise Wellness First Aid and CPR training program today and become a beacon of safety and preparedness in your community. By investing in your knowledge and skills, you become a valuable asset to those around you. Be the difference, be prepared, and be the one who knows what to do when it matters most.